Good morning, dear students. We will study about the infertility in today's class. Infertility is defined as inability to conceive or produce children even after 2 years of unprotected sexual cohabitation. What does it mean? It means that the couple, despite living together, that is, sexual cohabitation means undergoing the sexual intercourse living together, and it's unprotected, which means the contraceptives are not getting used. You are not using the contraceptives, and this continuous living together with sexual intercourse, unprotected living together of sexual intercourse for 2 year duration, in which either the couple is not able to produce children because of the inability to conceive, which is the implantation of the blastocyst in the uterus, or because of the lack of fertilization. So infertility is the inability to produce children uh, within 2 years or after 2 years of unprotected sexual cohabitation. Now, what is the reason behind this infertility? There are 6 reasons. They are physical, congenital diseases, drugs, immunological, and psychological. Now, what is this physical means? Physical means the reproductive organ, means testes or the ovary might be dysfunctional, or there can be any issue with the vaginal part, cervical part, accessory duct part, or like the knee, any dysfunctional part physically with the accessory ducts of the testes and the penis also. Now the second point is congenital. It means the genes are disturbed and physiologically some enzymes are not getting formed, which is resulting in infertility. Because of the genetic causes, the infertility is resultant. That is the second cause, congenital. Third is because of any sexually transmitted diseases. Fourth one is because of any drugs, intake of any drugs, the medical drug or any kind of like morphine or those kind of drugs which are also psychotic trouble also. Now fifth reason is immunological disorder. Immunological means the body antibody is acting against the antigen itself. It is treating the sperm cell as antigen itself and not allowing the fertility to occur. And the sixth reason is psychological, means the brain is not supporting any kind of copulations, sexual intercourse, or might be the mind is not able to cope up to the situation, or like at the time of erection or at the time of ejaculation, not allowing the proper copulation to take place and semen to like interact with the to reach up to the vaginal cervical region. So now we will study about the cure of infertility. So cure for infertility, there are two methods. First one is specialized health care units. Specialized healthcare units are established everywhere in the community, where they are also called as infertility centers, which have two functions. First one is diagnosis, that is detecting any of these 6 causes, which can be physical, congenital diseases, drugs, immunological or physiological, psychological, that is related to mind. And second cause is corrective treatments of the above 6 disorders. Corrective treatments of the above 6 disorders. Now this can be, that is the infertility can be diagnosed and cured in these infertility centers established everywhere in the community by the local doctors or by the government, where these are specialized healthcare units where this infertility can be cured. Now the second method, which is the ART, also called as assisted reproductive technologies, which means in this the techniques are used to assist the couples who are unable to have children. Now what are these techniques? One by one we need to study. There are these techniques are they are called as ART methods. So in this, the first method, ART, is assisted reproductive technology. In this, the first method is in vitro fertilization. in vitro fertilization, in external lab environment, the sperm and ova is fertilized in a simulated condition, and the zygote formed is transferred into the either fallopian tube or the uterus. Now this implantation occurs in two steps. This transfer of the embryo is defined as ET, embryo transfer. Now how does this embryo transfer occur? It can occur by ZIFT or it can occur by IUT. Now ZIFT, which is the zygote intrafallopian transfer, it occurs at the 8 cell stage of blastomere. At the 8 cell stage of blastomere, the blastomere 8 cell zygote blastomere is transferred in the fallopian tube. It is transplanted in the fallopian tube. While in case of IUT, intrauterine transfer, at the 32 or 64 cell stage, when the blastocyst is formed, that is the trophoblast and inner cell mass is formed, at that stage the transfer occurs in the uterus region. It is defined as IUT, intrauterine transfer. Now this method of in vitro fertilization is for the couples who can successfully produce, their genital organs can successfully produce sperm and ovum. Now what about the couple who like the female who is not able to ovulate itself, the ovary is not able to ovulate? Now in that scenario, the technology used is GIFT. GIFT is defined as gamete intrafallopian transfer. Now what happens in this case, the female who is not able to produce the ovule in the ovum in the ovary, in that female, external ovum is transferred inside the fallopian tube. External ovum from another female is transferred inside the female who is not able to produce the ovum in the ovary. This is defined as gamete intrafallopian transfer. That is the transfer of the ovum from one female to another female who is not able to produce the ovum. This is called as GIFT. The gift of the ovum from one woman who is successfully able to produce the ovum in the fallopian tube of the another woman who is not able to produce the ovum, and the ovum is not able to get transferred from the fimbria to infundibulum to the ampulla isthmic region where the fertilization occurs. Now in case of this now once the ovum is transferred there, then by the normal fertilization method, the sperm can combine with the ovum, this gift ovum in the fallopian tube. Now the another method is ICSI. Which is intracytoplasmic sperm insemination, which means the ovum, the cytoplasm of the ovum is inseminated with the sperm, and directly the fusion of the sperm and ovum takes place. It occurs in the laboratory environment, and the zygote formed is transferred inside the uterus or fallopian tube. Now the next method of next art method is artificial insemination. Artificial insemination done in those couples who have low sperm count and poor sperm mobility, which means the sperm is not able to move. Second point, and first point is sperm count is less per ejaculation, which should be around 200 to 300 million sperms per ejaculate. So for this couple, what is done in the external environment, the ovum is fertilized by the sperm of the husband or of the sperm from a donor, and then after the fertilization, the zygote formed is transferred. IVI, intravaginal insemination occurs, or the next method is IUI, intrauterine insemination occurs, which allows the formation of the zygote formation can take place. So this artificial insemination is the transfer of the sperm from the husband or a donor either in the vaginal region, which is IVI, and the next one is IUI, which is the intrauterine insemination. So this infertility cure is possible for every individual, but because of social, religious, or emotional issues, few people or many people are not able to get the cure for themselves. And also in India, many people undergo many children are not able to they are destitute or without parents. Those children are adopted by many parents, and still like million of such children are around who can be adopted by parents if they are not able, if they have the problem of infertility, and they can provide parenthood to the children. Okay, thank you children, thank you guys, have a great day.